All right, everyone, buckle up. We're diving headfirst into the tech trends that are, well, kind of blowing everything up right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
And to guide us, we've got this report, latest trending technology. It's
It's a mouthful.
it is, but let me tell you, it's jam-packed
Yeah.
with like serious insights. I mean, we're talking about stuff that could change, well, pretty much everything.
Absolutely.
So if you want to be the tech guru at your next virtual hangout,
A one everybody's asking questions.
exactly. The deep dive's for you.
Can't argue with that.
Okay, so this report, it keeps using this phrase, transformative technologies. And
That's a
so
bit of a buzzword, right?
it is, but I kind of get it. We're not talking about like incremental changes here.
Right. It's like fundamental shifts.
Yeah. So where do we even start with this?
Well, I think a good place to kick things off would be generative AI. Have you heard much about
Oh
that?
yeah, definitely. It's all over the news these days, right?
It is. It's basically about algorithms that can create new content.
Content like what?
Like almost anything. Text, images, music, you name it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Imagine architects, right, using AI to design buildings.
Okay.
Buildings that are not only like super energy efficient, but also just absolutely stunning to look at.
Yeah, that would be something.
That's the kind of potential we're talking about.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. When you put it like that, transformative
Yeah.
makes sense.
Right. It's not just hype.
Okay, so we've got these algorithms creating all this stuff, but I've also heard about specific tools like ChatGPT
Oh, yeah, the AI chatbot.
and Dell-E, which makes like images from text. Are those part of this whole generative AI thing?
Absolutely. Those are like prime examples.
Okay.
So ChatGPT, it can hold conversations, write different kinds of creative text, answer your questions in a really informative way. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I've played around with it a bit. It's pretty impressive.
And then Delhi, you can literally describe an image and it'll just generate it for you.
No.
Yeah. It's kind of mind-blowing.
So we're talking about a whole new level of what AI can do.
Exactly. And that means a ton of potential, but also some big questions, right?
Like, will robots take over the world?
Well, maybe not that drastic. But seriously, things like job displacement, that's a real concern.
Yeah, if AI can do more and more tasks, what happens to the people who used to do those jobs?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's something we need to be thinking about, like right now. We need to be talking about retraining, upskilling, making sure people are prepared for this kind of future.
So it's not all sunshine and roses.
I mean, it has the potential to be amazing,
Hmm?
but we got to be smart about it.
Okay, so generative AI, definitely transformative. What else is this report freaking out about?
Okay, get ready for this one. Quantum computing.
Quantum computing. That sounds like something out of Star Trek.
It kind of is. I mean, it's still early stages, but the potential is just massive.
Okay, so in like normal person terms, what is it?
So basically, think of it as a completely different way of processing information.
Right.
Like our current computers, they use bits, which are either a 0 or a 1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Quantum computers, they use qubits, which can be both 0 and 1 at the same time.
Whoa.
It's a quantum mechanics thing. It's complicated.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
But the point is, this lets them do calculations way, way faster than regular computers. Like exponentially faster.
So what does that mean for us regular folks?
Well, think about things like drug discovery. With quantum computers, we could potentially develop new medications in a fraction of the time it takes now.
Oh, wow, that would be huge.
Huge is an understatement. Or climate modeling. We could create super accurate models that help us understand and address climate change.
Okay, yeah, that's big too.
But there's also, potential downsides.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, you mentioned cryptography earlier. Remember how I said quantum computers are ridiculously fast?
Yeah.
Well, they could potentially crack the encryption methods that we use today.
Wait, so all our online banking, our emails, everything could be vulnerable.
It's a real possibility. That's why researchers are already working on quantum-resistant encryption methods.
Like new codes that even quantum computers can't crack.
Exactly. It's a bit of a cybersecurity arms race.
Okay, so we've got AI that could change everything, quantum computers that could break everything.
It's a lot to take in, I know.
It is. So what about something a little less mind-bending? What about stuff that, we might actually use in our daily lives?
All right, how about 5G? Everyone's heard of 5G, right?
Oh, yeah. It's like the next generation of mobile internet.
It is, but it's way more than just faster downloads on your phone.
Oh, really?
5G is all about laying the groundwork for the Internet of Things. That whole idea of everything being connected.
Like my fridge ordering groceries for me.
Exactly. But also, think bigger. Cities that can manage traffic flow in real time, homes that adjust temperature and lighting automatically.
Okay, that's starting to sound pretty cool.
It is. And even like healthcare devices that monitor your health and alert doctors if something's wrong.
Wow. That's kind of futuristic.
But it's closer than you think.
So 5G is basically the key to all that.
It's a big part of it, yeah. It provides the speed and the bandwidth to make all these connections happen.
Okay, I'm getting it. But here's the thing. Will everyone benefit from all this connectivity?
That's a valid question. I mean, we've already got a digital divide, right? People who have access to technology and those who don't.
Yeah, and if 5G is what unlocks all these cool new things, are we just going to make that divide even bigger?
That's a real risk. And it's something we need to be actively working to prevent. We need to make sure that everyone, regardless of their income or location, can access these technologies and benefit from them.
So it's not just about developing the tech, it's about making sure it's accessible to everyone.
Exactly. It's got to be equitable.
All right, I'm with you on that. So we've talked about AI, quantum computing, 5G, all this stuff that's pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But what about the planet? Can all this tech actually help with, climate change and all that?
It's not just about helping, it's about being essential, honestly.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Sustainability has to be like the core principle of tech development moving forward.
Okay, so how does that play out?
Well, think about things like renewable energy storage. We're making huge strides in solar and wind power, but storing that energy efficiently is still a challenge.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's where tech comes in. New battery technologies, smart grids, all these things are essential for making renewable energy truly viable.
And what about, like, AI? Can that help with sustainability?
Absolutely. AI can be used to optimize energy consumption in buildings, make manufacturing processes more efficient, even design more sustainable products.
So it's like using tech to fight the problems that tech has kind of created.
In a way, yeah, we have to use the tools we have to create a more sustainable future.
It's like we're at this turning point where we have to decide what kind of a future we want to build.
I completely agree. And speaking of turning points, let's talk about blockchain.
Blockchain, that's the cryptocurrency thing, right?
It's definitely associated with cryptocurrency, but it's so much bigger than that.
Okay, enlighten me.
So blockchain is all about decentralization.
What you mean?
Basically, it means moving away from centralized control. Think about how a lot of things work now. We have banks controlling our money, big tech companies controlling our data.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
Blockchain aims to change that. It distributes information across a network, making it much harder to manipulate or control.
So it's like a more democratic way of managing information.
You could say that, yeah. It has the potential to revolutionize all sorts of industries. Finance, obviously, but also supply chain management, voting systems, even healthcare.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is, and it all comes down to transparency and security.
Okay, break that down for me.
So, with blockchain, every transaction is recorded in a public ledger. And because this ledger is distributed across a network, it's incredibly secure. It's virtually impossible to tamper with.
So it's like the ultimate record-keeping system.
Pretty much. And because it's transparent, everyone can see what's going on. It increases accountability and reduces the potential for fraud.
Wow, okay, so blockchain, sustainability, 5G, quantum computing, AI. My brain is like officially overloaded.
I don't blame you. It's a lot to process.
It is,
Yeah.
but it's also super exciting. I mean, the possibilities are just mind-blowing.
They are. And I think, this report we've been talking about, it poses a really important question.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
It asks, can we balance progress with responsibility and inclusion?
Yeah, that's a big one.
It is. Because these technologies, they have the potential to change the world for the better, but we have to be intentional about how we develop and use them.
So it's not just about the tech itself, it's about the choices we make.
Exactly. We need to be thinking about the ethical implications, the social impact, the long-term consequences. We have to make sure that everyone benefits from these advancements.
Okay, so that's quite a challenge.
It is, but it's a challenge worth taking on.
I totally agree. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap things up.
Sounds good.
Thanks so much for walking us through all this. It's been a wild ride.
It's been my pleasure.
So for everyone listening, we've just scratched the surface of these transformative technologies. But hopefully this deep dive has given you a taste of what's to come.
And some things to think about.
Definitely. Because the future is Well, it's being shaped right now.
Hmm.
And it's up to all of us to make sure it's a future that works for everyone.
Absolutely. A future that's not just technologically advanced, but also just fair and sustainable.
So keep those questions coming, keep exploring, and let's build that future together.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And that's a wrap. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of tech that matters.
See them.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.